You've heard this a million times. Why can't we just print more money and fix poverty? It sounds so simple, right? If a country can print its own currency, why not just create more of it, hand it out to everyone, and make people richer? Well, if only it were that easy. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest economic myths of all time, the idea that printing more money makes us wealthier. It doesn't. In fact, it can make things much worse. Let's start with what people believe. Printing money feels like the ultimate cheat code to solve poverty. If everyone had more cash, people could afford food, houses, and healthcare. Governments wouldn't have to worry about debt. The logic goes something like this. If money buys things, more money means more things. It sounds fair and intuitive, almost too good to be true. But here's the catch. While you can print more money, you can't print more value. Think of it like this. If everyone suddenly had 1 million in their bank account, would we all be rich? Not really, because the amount of food, houses, phones, cars hasn't changed. All that changed is the number written on the money. Here's what's really happening behind the scenes. Money is only valuable because it represents the goods and services in an economy. It's like a mirror reflecting how productive a country is. If we suddenly double the amount of money without increasing what the economy produces, you don't create more wealth. You just create more money chasing the same amount of goods. And when that happens, prices rise, and that's inflation. Let's make this simple. Imagine a small island that has 100 bananas and $100. Each banana costs $1. Now, if the government decides to print another $100 and give it to everyone, people now have $200. But there are still only 100 bananas. What happens? Sellers realize everyone has more cash, so they raise prices. Each banana now costs $2. In the end, people feel richer for a while, but their money buys less. The amount of wealth in the economy hasn't increased. It's just been redistributed and diluted. Let's look at what happens when countries actually try this. First stop, Zimbabwe. In 2008, the government started printing money to pay its bills and support social programs. At first, it seemed like a good idea. More cash in circulation meant people could spend more, but soon prices skyrocketed. Inflation hit 79 billion%. People were carrying wheelbarrows of cash just to buy bread. Eventually, Zimbabwe had to abandon its own currency entirely because it became worthless. Next, Venezuela. When oil prices fell, the government started printing money to make up for lost revenue. The result? Prices doubled every few weeks. A cup of coffee that cost 450 bolivars in 2016 cost 1 million by 2019. Imagine walking into Starbucks today and your latte costs a few dollars, but next month it's a few million. That's hyperinflation. And even in more developed countries, this risk is real, though usually much smaller in scale. Remember the massive money printing during the COVID-19 pandemic? Governments all over the world injected trillions of dollars into their economies through stimulus checks and quantitative easing. While it helped prevent economic collapse, it also fueled inflation afterward. Prices rose faster than wages in many countries. So, even in moderation, creating more money has consequences. Money is not wealth. Wealth comes from productivity, from creating goods, services, and innovation. Printing more money doesn't make people produce more. It just changes how we count what's already there. If a country wants to make its people richer, it needs to grow its real economy, invest in education and skills, encourage innovation and entrepreneurship, improve infrastructure, trade efficiently. That's how you increase the amount of real stuff that money can buy, not by creating more paper bills or digital zeros in an account. So the next time someone says, why don't we just print more money to fix poverty? You can tell them this. Printing money doesn't create wealth, it just creates inflation. It's like adding more zeros to your bank account, but shrinking what those zeros can actually buy. The real solution isn't in the printing press, it's in productivity, education, and sustainable growth. Money itself has no magic. It's the trust and value behind it that truly matter. So, what do you think? Did this myth surprise you? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment down below what economic myth you want me to cover next. Thank you for tuning in to Easy Econs. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who thinks printing money is the answer to everything. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep